Maximum warfare everywhere, all the time, in connection with the redistricting battle that Republicans launched. I stand by it. You can continue to criticize me for it. I don't give a damn about your criticism.
A few moments later.
Got some more breaking news. This just handed down moments ago from the Virginia State Supreme Court ruling the process to redraw that state's congressional maps is unconstitutional. They had a referendum on this statewide. Shannon Bream is here to join Instant Reaction. Shannon, welcome to our coverage. Good day to you. A couple of things here just come to mind. Barack Obama was out there campaigning to make sure people were into this issue and would get out. It passed, but not by a lot, but it did pass. And it would have effectively, Democrats believe, made it 10-1 Democrats to Republicans. I think the current figuration is 6-5.
Right.
So this is thrown out. Is that the end of the line for now, Shannon?
It sounds like it, because this was an issue of the Virginia Constitution. It was a state law issue, and critics of this referendum have said from the beginning that Democrats were on thin ice because they did not follow procedures as outlined by state law and state constitution. And what the court ended up saying here is that violation irreparably undermined the integrity of the entire voting referendum.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, this guy released this. FRL, find out. He's now been mocked on social media like never before. If you take a look at this tweet, Hakeem Jeffrey looks like an absolute fool after the VA Supreme Court struck down the Democrat map the day after the VA referendum. Hakeem took the mic and said, F around and find out who is the one that ended up finding out now. That is the question. You know, at some point, if you take a look at what these people have been doing, they actually thought they own the law. This is how I can describe it. President Trump reacted to this.
And that's exactly what happened. I've been texting with folks, and they're saying, and these are folks at the D-Trip saying, yes, this is a setback, but they feel like, you know, they were trying to get 4 additional seats. Probably 2 of those they probably can get, particular if it's a wave.
Because it could be a bad year for Republicans.
It could be a bad year. But listen, this is a big blow. Hakeem Jeffries, I basically wrote a column that was like, this was great for Hakeem Jeffries, because he was all in on it. $38 million spent from a group affiliated with him. Obama was in on this, and now this is a big defeat. And one of the reasons why Virginia was so important as well was Democrats were anticipating this Supreme Court decision.
Just 2 weeks ago, Democrats were bragging that they turned the tables on Republicans and actually were winning the redistricting war that the GOP started late last year in Texas. Today, things look really different. The Virginia Supreme Court this morning blocked the Democratic gerrymander plan to flip 4 seats from red to blue. The ruling was on a legislative technicality. The court said Democrats used an unconstitutional process to put the referendum on the ballot. But technicality or not, it's a huge loss for Democrats who spent tens of millions of dollars persuading Virginia voters to approve the new map. And it comes one day after Tennessee's governor signed into law a new Republican gerrymander that breaks up the only majority black district in the state. Louisiana, Alabama, and South Carolina may soon pass their own last-minute maps. So here's where that leaves the redistricting wars nationwide right now. Republicans have targeted 14 extra seats. Democrats could pick up 6. Theoretically, it would be an 8-seat GOP advantage. But here's an important caveat. Just because a seat is redrawn by Republicans or even Democrats doesn't mean it automatically goes that way, especially in a year like this one.
It's a little naive thinking, though.
Oh, this is wrong. We know it. We know that Virginia went to their citizens and asked them to cast their vote to see if they wanted to redistrict to get more seats for Democrats in the House. And Virginians answered. They said yes. Republicans got mad and said, no, we don't want to have that. They went to the courts. The courts blocked it. Now they're all the way at the Supreme Court. And baby, they have ruled that this is unconstitutional. When we've clearly seen this happen in Republican-led states, and it was practically fine. Texas did it. It was okay. Louisiana did it. It is okay. Other states are now doing it, and it's deemed okay. Now Virginia has lost 4 seats that they could have gained in the House. Now, you know, race KK members and Jim Crow lovers all used to say that the South will rise again. Is this what they meant? This is not about elections. This is about white people in the South making sure that black people have no voice. It is about white people in the South still feeling like black people should be second-class citizens. It is about white people who watched their grandfathers and their fathers celebrating the downfall of black people, telling black people where they could sit, where they could drink, where they could go to school, where they couldn't cross the street at. And now those white folks want their turn.
Yes, you might be thinking Democrat will stop at this. They're still thinking to bring a different strategy in reacting to this. At some point, they are now a laughingstock everywhere on social media based on the things I'm seeing here. You know, Hakeem Jeffrey the other day put out a tweet, and when after Republicans ever around find out, at the end of the day, they are the one finding out. That is embarrassing, right? Now, look at what just happened within the space of, let's say 3 days. Only win for the Republican Party. Now, let's wait and see what Democrats are going to do. Their moves might still be something that will turn out to be this way. When I look at someone like Gavin Newsom, the tweet he was putting out, we fight fire for fire.
How about stop taking our voting rights away?
Yeah, how about that?
How about that?
Someone said something that actually drew my attention. If you take a look at these, and yet Virginians are still losers, having funded the unconstitutional effort and its attempted legal defense. This is why individuals in government that facilitate unconstitutional actions by their respective government need to be held liable in some way. There is nothing to do this incentivized, and citizens pay a price no matter what. It acts backward. This is actually what they did here. These people should understand that if you are part of this, you are the problem. If Democrats battle for their policies instead of battling with hate for Trump as their motivations, they might actually accomplish things. Until the hate in them makes a positive turn, they will continue a losing record. Hate never accomplished anything. This is actually what they do all through. Hate. And instead for them to bring their policies and sell it out, they continue to instead sell but hate. It doesn't work that way. Like I said, after some few years, Trump will not be running. I want to see how these people will really be reacting, how they will pass their messages. Maybe that time they will learn to focus on messaging, selling their policies, because trying to raise pay, doing this, that, yet Virginians are still losers, having funded the unconstitutional effort and attempted legal defense. This is why individuals in government that facilitate unconstitutional actions by their respective government need to be held liable in some way. There is nothing to disincentivize it, and citizens pay a price no matter what. It acts backward. That is the truth.
So I have to say, you get caught in a moment, and you can't always.
Their temper
passes 1,005.
It's always hip hop the videos and share out. They highly recommend videos on this channel for people who ask me, why do you put on short videos at the end? That is for the white algorithm.
To live on the sidewalk.
Right. Spencer Pratt, who's running for mayor of Los Angeles.
Who's doing a great job.
Unable to laugh at him.
Inside, they started.
It'll be
more access to the leader of the free world.
This week, which was the state of Virginia, they gerrymandered the state.
Redistricting. It's going to lose their congressional representation. How do you think?
Until the first lady brought them back with her surprise statement last week.
How does this benefit?
I'm an actor.
Creative content.
Why are you not looking forward to the White House fight?
Well, it's kind of a gimmick.
I have 300.
Well, I said Democrat.